During the past 2 weeks, we have been honored to host you as women who carry not only your aspirations, but also those of your communities in general. You are women who have passion to promote peace and advance the empowerment of women in general. I believe this is taken very seriously because it is the crux of what we are to be about, because when women lead, you are very sure that there will be good results. So today, as we honor all the graduating participants, we recognize that indeed it is a special week as we will observe International Women's Day, which is coming on this Sunday, This Sunday, on the 8th of March, to celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women around the world. It is just a very historic moment, I believe, and we are proud to be part thereof. Distinguished guests, the Women's Capacity Building Program, which is our flagship program, seeks to build capacity for women mediators through enabling them to contribute towards the peaceful resolution of conflict and infuse women issues into peace-building mechanisms. It is a very important paradigm because nowhere in history have women been emphasized to be role players in peace building than the moment we are in. And therefore you come in handy as part of that acceleration to recognize the value that women can add in peace building. So the program has been a huge success and has contributed immensely to the department's endeavor to institutionalize peace building, as well as the expansion of our database of trained and knowledgeable African women leaders that can support political principles during mediation missions. For those who are in the department, I was just telling someone that I would like to see when there are these events and occasions whether they do utilize the accredited and trained women who participated in this program, so that it is not just about a training, but it is about real value add to you. So I'll watch and see how we can make sure, and I believe others in their various settings will do the same, because we cannot just be trained, we need to test our training on the ground. So the past 2 weeks have been fairly comprehensive, as the training included, I'm told, among others, discussions on international negotiations and personal skills development in negotiation, various simulation exercises, local community conflict resolution negotiations, women's role in peace negotiations, and much more. You know, the absence of war, or the absence of the manifestation of war, can easily be achieved by these endeavors and nothing else. Therefore, we are hoping that much is expected from you, and you will live up to the occasion. I'm told, apart from the visit to Dinokeng at the start of the program, there was also a field visit to Soweto and the Constitutional Court last Saturday, I believe, which I hope has given you some contextual understanding of the road traveled by South Africa, and that will mark your own importance as you'd have seen where things started and where things have moved and where we are today, based on the premise that nothing but negotiations can be a panacea for any conflict that we can think about. Ladies and gentlemen, South Africa continues to fully support the implementation of our Aspiration 6 of the Agenda 2063 of the AU, which endeavors to achieve an Africa where development is people-driven, unleashing the potential of its women and youth. You are such women as anticipated and enshrined in the Agenda 2063. As such, today I'm also proud to say that the unanimous adoption of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2493 on women, peace and security was achieved in October last year during our presidency of the Security Council. Therefore, this is a very good conjuncture that ensures that as we sponsored that resolution, we will pair it with practicality through training of women to give effect to this milestone. Resolution 2493 recognizes that as we approach the 20th anniversary of the landmark Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security, there have been gaps in the implementation of the commitments to protect and advance, especially the rights of women in situations of armed conflict. Women continue to be marginalized in peace processes, even though they are the most affected by the devastating consequences of conflict. Resolution 2493, moreover, emphasizes the implementation of all previous UNSC resolutions to ensure that member states commit to redoubling their efforts to advance the women, peace and security agenda. The resolution strongly encourages member states to create safe and enabling environments for civil society organizations that protect and promote human rights. As you know, it is always said, human rights are women's rights. So that the work is carried out independently and without interference. So, ladies and gentlemen, over the past 26 years of our democracy, great strides have been made in South Africa to ensure that women enjoy the same rights as their male counterparts in education, in employment, in property, in inheritance, and in justice. And therefore, this aspect of your training comes handy in order to give effect, not only to give effect, but to ensure that we live up to this expectation. This includes greater representation in politics, the judiciary, corporate boards, and overall improvements in the livelihoods for women and mothers in our rural areas. Notwithstanding these achievements, we continue to strive for the full participation of women in the economy and to drive an inclusive economy, as we know that this will benefit all. As our President Ramaphosa stated last month in one of his weekly letters, and I quote, "Just as there can be no real gender equality without economic emancipation for women, so too there can be no sustainable economic growth for any country unless women are full and equal participants." We cannot agree more. This is really the issue. The promotion of gender equality and women's empowerment, therefore, remains central to our government's effort to combat poverty and stimulate sustainable development. Distinguished delegates, delivering a program of this magnitude requires strong partnership such as the one we have with the government of Norway, and we thank you so much for that. Without your generous support, this program would have been difficult to undertake and to subsequently host. We would therefore like to thank you for your continued support and your confidence in us that we can effectively capacitate and develop women who will change the face of peace building. Allow me to also thank all our other partners who made the program possible. Accord is one of them, the Clean International Institute, the Center for the Study of Violence and Reconciliation, the University of Pretoria, the Institute for Global Dialogue, the Center for Mediation in Africa, the Embassy of the Netherlands, and everyone else who participated and contributed to the success of this year's program. I would once again wish to express my appreciation to the team from the Diplomatic Academy and International School who have put this program together. A long program of this nature requires not only dedication, but hard work as well and attention to detail. As much as no program is perfect, I believe that the team has managed to deliver a successful program and contributed to the many new friendships that participants created. And I believe, and I can see it, I can see in the way you see that you are together in this, and you will always have networks, keep them alive, and ensure that this is a lifelong journey and learning. Allow me to once again congratulate all of you, the participants, for completing this program. I trust that as you leave here, you will make a positive contribution to going forward in terms of empowering women to effectively contribute towards peace building on the African continent. Allow me also to quote from Alaric Hutchinson, the author of Living Peace, that alludes to the importance of commitment or bravery, as he calls it, that is required if we wish to be part of a better world. And I quote, very slowly for you to grasp and take, that bravery is the choice to show up and listen to another person, be it a loved one or even a perceived foe or enemy, even when it is uncomfortable, painful, or the last thing you want to do. That is exactly what bravery means. People think bravery is your ability to carry a bazooka or your ability to face a lion or an ability to do that. That is really not the case. The case is the choice to show up and listen to another person, be it one you love or even your son or perceived enemy, even when it is uncomfortable. That's why you are brave, because you say, we want to pursue this agenda, this subject. Because peace building, peacemaking, is not like you are going to get people who understand you. You simply say, let us do it. It is something else in which you have to really create synergy, where synergy is unthinkable. So you have learned many things, colleagues, in the past 2 weeks, and my hope is that you will apply them practically in assisting our beloved continent to collectively move forward so as to create a better future for all of us. But this will require bravery and commitment from you, from all of us, to face our challenges, even when we don't want to. Believe you me, we can never talk about silencing the guns if it is not from the efforts such as these ones. Silencing the guns will not happen by merely thinking about it. It is simply when women, brave women, say, we want to be involved, we want to take part. Lastly, take what you have learned to your countries, your communities, and continue to be agents of change, citizens, especially at grassroots level, which is where, you must always work as close to the point of origin of anything that you want to do than anywhere, and that is at the grassroots, not at the top, as we usually think. This could contribute to a growing recognition that women can indeed make a positive change in our continent. Looking at you today, I can say that the future of the continent is bright and is in safe hands. I wish you everything of the best for the future, and to all, travel safely, and please come back to visit us again to share your experiences and to really teach us more, because each teaches one, then we can become a better continent and a better world. I thank you.